Alone 2 is an incredible sequel to the original movie. This film is somehow able to do what the original couldn't, and make me even more terrified for Marv and Harry. And I was recently joined by my buddy Sip and Ice to talk about this movie, and we also did a video on his channel, which I'll have linked just up here. So, I'm going to cut to our conversation so you guys can hear all about our thoughts on the movie, and then I'll have another little segment afterwards, just, chatting, because it is Christmas when this video is coming out, so let's get into it. So yeah, today I'm joined by Sip and Ice to discuss Home Alone 2. So welcome aboard, Sippin. How's the ice doing?
It's doing all right. I'm trying not to let it melt too badly.
Yeah. I mean, it is winter currently. I don't know about you,
Yeah.
but it's freezing outside for me. It's like 1 in the morning, so it's even cold, and it's like -2 or something right now. So, I mean, the ice is nice over here.
Oh, hey, that's all we love to hear that. We got to have the ice. We got to have it hard. We got to have it as frozen as it can be.
I agree. Yeah. So, Home Alone 2. What a great sequel. I think it's slightly better than the original. We watched both these movies like 2 days ago at this point, and they're great. They're some of my favorite Christmas movies. As I was saying, I think 2 is better than 1.
I do agree with you. I think 2 is the better one, which is a nice little turn of events. Usually the sequels can't pass the original, but it did it here.
I mean, even Scream 2 said that, not many sequels are better than the original. Sequels suck, but I mean, this obviously doesn't.
Obviously, Randy did not see Home Alone 2. Obviously.
I mean, he would have been alive for Home Alone 2.
Yeah, because I mean, Scream, the original came out in '96. Yeah, I mean, he would have been young. He'd been young, which he was prime target audience.
Yeah, he's literally Home Alone 2 perfect audience. He just didn't watch it.
Yeah.
Disgraceful.
Come on,
he thought himself like a movie buff, and he just hasn't watched Home Alone 2. It was probably in his VHS store where he worked as well.
Yeah, exactly. But yet, he just didn't want to watch it. I don't know. Broke my heart. New theory.
Yeah. I mean, so we've also done a video on Home Alone 1, which is on Sipin's channel, but in that video, you spoke about how, Marv and Harry just don't die. There's so many times when you think they're gonna die. I swear in this movie, it's so much more, obvious that it's just doing it to be goofy at this point.
It's very over the top. Yeah. They literally... There's that scene where they're literally outside the building on the rope, and they fall 4 flights. It's just you'd have been cooked.
I mean, it was also a little divot below as well, so that's even lower. Yet somehow they live and didn't even break a bone.
Yeah, they were just good. They just had to give them a 30-second breather, and they're all right.
Yeah, I mean, it's still a great film though, and one of my favorite parts of the film is Tim Curry. He's so goofy, but I found him scary as a kid when I watched this movie. I don't know what it was. I found this character scary.
I can see where you're coming from too, and I think it has a lot to do with, because I swear to God, every time I see him do that little smile in Home Alone 2, it reminds me of the Pennywise smile that he does.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really have an issue with his It, but I think that's because I didn't really watch the remake of it, which I think is scarier because it's
the remake is scarier, but I think Tim Curry did a phenomenal job. Personally, it's just it's hard to beat what the 2017 version did, though. Let's be honest, but that's besides the point.
Yeah, definitely. But his character in this movie is so he's not even really a bad guy at the Besides,
he's almost
I guess when he's sort of right to the Kevin's room, but besides from that,
he's almost like an anti-hero, anti-bad guy. It's he doesn't have good intentions, but he doesn't want ill will as well. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, you could say that him curving around on Kevin pretty much and trying to figure out why his dad's never around led to them finding him. So technically, he was a good guy.
Yeah, good guy, guys. Yeah. He didn't do anything wrong. Not one thing. Yeah. But speaking of his character, like how you said, he did that scene where he went into the bathroom to
Yeah.
see, what was going on. And, we talked about it in my video as well, but it shows how Kevin was quick on his feet because he gets back at Tim Curry's character when he turns on that like little doll in the shower or whatever, and he plays like
Yeah.
his uncle's like recording.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just he's quick.
Yeah, he's really quick thinking in this one. And the other thing which I also think is why I prefer this movie, this film feels like a kid's like dream, like not having your parents around, basically just like living in a massive nice hotel room with a load of snacks and basically garbage, being able to go into your own private little car with a pizza of your own and go around to wherever you want. Oh, that
Yeah,
sounds
it
dope.
was my dream. Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
because he has, like you said, all these goodies, and then he's in this massive hotel, like in the
Yeah.
penthouse suite, and during that, he does commit. That's when he commits the credit card fraud.
Yeah.
Which, is what helps him
once
sue all
again,
the.
he's a smart guy.
Yeah, he's smart.
So this man was scared when he bought a toothbrush and he thought he was a criminal. But in his defense, he was scared of some creepy old dude because he was 8. In this movie, there's no defending him. He's 10 years old. He obviously knows what a credit card is. He commits like credit card fraud, probably tax evasion for his dad as well. Literally spent almost $1,000 on just room service.
Yeah, room service alone. That doesn't even account for like the room itself or anything.
Yeah,
but
I would not want to know.
I feel for his dad. But bringing up that you bring up a really good point that I want to bring up then, because you mentioned how in the first movie he was scared of like the creepy old people or whatever, who obviously just turned out to be regular people. But in this one, he doesn't really go through that near as much. He has like a small hint here and there. But like when he finds the pigeon lady, who is like the person that kind of replaces the creepy old man from the first one, he doesn't have that issue, and he's more willing to trust this person off the jump because of the lessons he's learned.
Yeah, and I do think that's great that, like, we see some character progression. Still never see him eat his mac and cheese, but he got to eat his pizza, so
yeah, he did get to eat that. He did eat that, and the pigeon lady was phenomenal. No offense to the creepy old guy from the first one, but he had nothing on her. She was great.
Oh yeah, she's a great character. So fun, like seeing them like become friends and like seeing him give her like the turtle dove at the end of the movie and everything.
Yeah, which almost always brings a tear to me. I always have to fight because I'm like, oh my god, dude, that's so nice.
Yeah,
it's so good. It's very heartwarming.
Yeah, and even when they're like sat above the opera, like drinking hot chocolate, it's great.
Oh yeah. It's a great time, and like, and I think that's what. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, and then like she saves him at the end and everything, throwing all the like birdseed and Marvin.
Yeah, and I think that's like a testament to Home Alone 2. Whereas Home Alone 1 is great. Don't get me wrong, I love the movie. But Home Alone 2, it also pushes it a little bit further because it adds more layers in the sense that it shows character progression and it shows these characters really like being nice to each other, and it shows like more like love and emotion into the scene, because these characters, they seem like they're genuine good friends at the point. By the end of the movie, they seem like they're actually friends.
Yeah, like you could tell that she was happy when like Kevin had come down. Like she was like, Kevin, at the end there. Like it was nice to see, and it's just wholesome. And of course, like we do mainly watch horror movies, so it's good to see some like wholesomeness in the movie every now and then.
Cleanse the palate a little bit.
Yeah, cleanse the palate in between stuff like Terrifier 3 and The Substance.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
But back to a little bit of the, I guess you want to call it almost gore, but not gore in Home Alone.
Yeah.
Where Harry and Marv get beat up.
Oh, bro, this movie, they get absolutely destroyed. Once again, Free my boy Marv. He did nothing wrong. I think it was all Harry. You know, peer pressure. It's like Steve Marker. It was all Harry's fault. Personally, free up Marv. He did nothing wrong. But he always gets the worst of it. Like, bro steps a nail in the first movie. He gets tar. He loses his shoes. What if those were expensive shoes? They're ruined.
Yeah, exactly. There's that. It's great. Like, I love that. There's a callback to the first movie in Home Alone 2. It's the infamous the paint bucket scene. It's the infamous paint bucket scene that it's like a nice little callback where, like, and in the first one they both get hit by a paint can as they're going up the stairs.
Yeah.
But in this one, Harry's like, oh wait, he's gonna have the paint cans. Remember last year? And so they fake like they're running up the stairs. Yeah. And so two of them swing down. All right, that's two of them. Let's go. And then here comes a third big old thing swinging down. It's a nice little callback just to add a little extra of, like, boom, check that out.
I gotta say, this is one of my gripes with the movie, which I'm just thought of. How did Kevin get that there? Like, surely he is not strong enough.
Yeah, no. It goes back to how he said in my video about Home Alone 1. It's kind of like you just got to throw logic out the window. It's like, because in a lot of these movies, and it's not just Home Alone, it's mostly these like family movies and stuff that does it. It's like, if you go into it using logic, you're not going to have much fun. It's like you just got to turn your brain off and just be like, yeah.
That's why I'm glad when we watched it, it was like late for me because my brain was already melted.
My brain was melted as well because since it's a Christmas movie, I was trying to get into the spirit, man. I had the hot chocolate, everything going.
You had the hot chocolate. I had like a few biscuits and a Monster Energy to keep me awake.
Yeah, it was a good time. It's a good time. I love these movies.
Yeah, I mean, hey, next year, guys, if you want us to, not just sit alone in the Discord call and watch a movie, if you'd like to watch it with us, maybe we'll do a watch party, but you have to like the video for that. So, you have to like, to be fair.
Yeah.
That would be right. But, yeah, ultimately, what would you rate Home Alone 2, Lost in New York?
Home Alone 2, multiple criteria. If I gotta go just movie wise, like cinema wise, it'd be like an 8.5. But if I go just pure enjoyment wise, I'd give it a 9 out of 10. Because if you go into it logically, it's obviously not a logical movie. Like, it doesn't make sense. But if you just go in knowing it's a family Christmas movie, just turn your brain off, have a good time. It's a solid 9 out of 10. It's exactly what 1 was and then some. Like, Home Alone 1's a phenomenal movie, and so is Home Alone 2 because it uses the exact same formula, and it adds a few extra steps as well that just makes it a little bit better.
Agreed. I mean, if we're going off enjoyment, I'd give it a 10 out of 10. I loved watching this movie again. If we're going off of like regular movie rating, I'd give it like a 9 out of 10. It's great. I love it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's solid watch, and it's one of the yearly watches. It's like, if you want to watch a Christmas movie and you don't know what to watch, Home Alone 1 or 2. Solid watches all around. You cannot go wrong unless you go some of the later entries of Home Alone. But Shay likes the third one, apparently.
Some of those later entries, like there's an entry where it's about a gamer who his house is like being like invaded, and he has like this is like why I imagine if Home Alone happened with me, because like he has like a friend who's like older than him who he met like online.
Oh god!
And like when like the friend calls like the guy's parents to talk about like, hey, I think your kid's like getting like invaded and stuff right now. They swat him.
Oh Jesus! Nice.
He says that we met online.
Oh god.
Yeah,
that's great. Oh man. I might have to check some of the later ones out. I think I've seen the third one, but I know I haven't seen the rest of them.
Once again, never bash Home Alone 3. That film is amazing.
Thanks for watching this video. I do really appreciate it. I was going to have another video coming out today, but I've decided to reschedule that because I didn't want to release 2 videos on the same day. It would have been fun, but instead I'm doing a live stream, so look out for that. And if you've missed a live stream because you've seen this video after Christmas, don't worry, you can go rewatch it or subscribe to the channel because I do live streams all the time. So look out for those, and until next time, bye bye.